Hey everybody, how's it going? Sandman here. What has happened to the time? The time has gotten away from me a little bit. I meant to get this out about, I don't know, a month ago, but work is crazy, life is crazy. What can you do? Stuff rarely happens on time.
I heard the native call of a recording.
Hi,
Hi.
Sandman Jr. In the flesh and blood, not playing video games for once. So this is my wrap up of the Four Seasons
This
Challenge.
is what I deal with.
This is my wrap up of the Four Seasons Challenge. It wrapped up with the Rochester Marathon that was back on September 18th, so a little bit over a month ago. And it's kind of taken me this long to digest this whole series. Back when I signed up for this last year, late 2015, thought to myself, how hard can 3 marathons and a marathon be? You know, one race in every season. And I kind of started out thinking to myself, man, that was going to be pretty easy. I've run lots of half marathons, lots of marathons. I didn't think it was going to be that challenging. Well, I was wrong. And that's okay. You know, one of the things that was really different about this year in racing was the fact that I raced in January, April, July, and September. Those were the months that the races were in. And typically, I train in the spring. You know, the mileage ramps up, the cross training ramps up, and you know, in the winter months and stuff like that, and in the fall, after my typical marathon, I kind of take it back a little bit and not train so hard and so long. So that was the big difference this year. You know, right from the get-go, the first race was in January, so there wasn't a lot of downtime, and it changed me physically in a lot of ways. I gained a lot of lean muscle. Don't you?
I know bad timing.
Another photo bomb. I gained a lot of lean muscle, and the first 2 races in the series, the Winter Warrior, which was on January 9th, and the Flower City Marathon that were on April 24th. I raced it really, really fast. I was really, really surprised how well I did and how good I did. And then things kind of like took a little bit of a tumble. I kind of re-injured my back a little bit, not as bad as I had in the past, but tweaked it a little bit, so I had to cut back on the training, but I was still good enough to come back and race the Shoreline Marathon with my good friend Melissa. That was kind of cool. That was her first half marathon race. And then, you know, finish it with Rochester. The Rochester Marathon did not go very well. It was on September 18th, like I said, and that morning it was 66 degrees with 100% humidity. And I've never done a race, I don't think ever, where the humidity was that high right from the get-go. And, you know, I had visions of trying to set a PR for myself, which would have meant, you know, a faster than 4-hour marathon. And that just didn't happen. I kind of hung with a 4-hour pacer up until about mile 9, and then I just had to say goodbye to him because it just wasn't happening. I tried everything, you know. I think my hydration was good. I think my fuel was good. I had salt tablets. I had a lot of products from Hammer Nutrition that I tried out. I didn't really notice any kind of a difference from all that, at least the newer products that I tried, which was kind of a bummer. And, you know, the humidity, and I am just fighting off this nice, happy dandy hamstring strain on my left leg, and that kind of threw a big, you know, monkey wrench and everything. But I finished, and that's because I do not DNF. You'll have to pull my dead body off the race course in order for me to do that. So I finished in 4:36:19, which was like my 4th slowest marathon, which kind of stinks. But you know, it's not always about the speed. I really just wanted to get the whole race series in, and I did it. I did it. It was good. Cool medal for the Rochester Marathon. We are the Flower City, so the medal was in the shape of a nice flower. It's pretty cool, black, very nice. And then along with each one of these races, they also gave you not only a race medal, but they gave you a Four Seasons medal. And at the end of the race series, they give you the final medal and a certain other piece, and they all come together to form the Four Seasons medal. So each one of these pieces is individual, and then that center piece kind of like holds it all together. They're all magnetized. Very, very cool. So you kind of walk away with 8 different medals for all of this. Very neat. I'm definitely looking forward to displaying that in my new place. I saw a lot of interesting ways that other people who finished the race series displayed it, and really, really cool. Would I do it again? I am toying with doing it again next year. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it again next year. Haven't quite made my mind up. It's a lot of money up front. It's like $270, right off the muscle. You save a little bit on each race. So, that's pretty cool. Not sure. It's definitely a great series. You get a lot of cool stuff. You get a really cool shirt at the end that says Four Seasons, and they put a finisher stamp on the back. It's really cool. Within the whole series, they rate you in age groups and everything. That was really cool. I came in last in my age group. Oh well, I don't really care. So part of me wants to do it again next year to get a little revenge for coming in last in my age group, and maybe have a little more experience, because let me think here. 2 out of the 4 races I'd never run before, so I was very unfamiliar with the course and everything else. But now I am. It's the same course again this next year. So I don't know. I'll keep everybody in the loop about that. What else is going on with me? So now the Rochester Marathon is done, and shortly before I raced that, I got the great idea. Why don't I try and run my first 50K this year too? I'm a glutton. Yeah, I know. So that's on the books. That's in like another 18-ish days. Don't quote me on that date. Coach has been destroying me. Last week I did a 26-mile training run, which is the longest training run I've ever done. I've done that race distance, but never in a training run. And the following day was 10 more miles. So lots and lots of back-to-back long running. And my only goal for this 50K is to finish. No time goal whatsoever. I just want to finish and not die. It's in Mendon Ponds Park, and for those of you that don't really know it, aren't familiar with it, it's a local park here. It's not too far away, and it's 5 10K loops, and each loop there's 1,000 feet of climb. So I am going to hopefully not die. Never ran that far, never did anything like that, but we're going to give it a good shot. And I am finally into the taper, which means a little bit less running. And just trying to fix my hamstring, get that going, and everything else. So, that's what I got planned for, at least next month. I'd like to do maybe a 5K here or there before the year's over, but nothing crazy and long. So that's it. That's what's going on with me. I apologize about getting this out so late. I got to be a little more diligent and better at getting this out sooner. But I hope all of you are doing well. I am still up and running. I have surpassed my 610th day of my run streak, so definitely into uncharted territory there as well. But everything's going good. Life is progressing. And that's all you can ask for. But everybody have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Sound effects!
That was easy.
Yeah, sorry.
Bye.